but we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know a place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
What is up, you guys? Welcome to Livestream. It's Monday night. It's time to do the Q&A. It's time to do the thing that I do every week. You know, you do know, because you come here every week and you watch and you wonder, what's he going to be doing this week? What's he going to be drinking? What's he going to be wearing? It's kind of like I'm a Kardashian. Everybody just wants to know. What am I flying? That's the last thing everybody wants to know. Oh my God. How's it going, people? Happy Monday night. Monday night, for those of you who are in my time zone anyway, it's Monday night. Do a little adjustment here. Yeah, good, got it. Great. What is he hiding in the background? I'm not hiding anything in the background. The DJI drone is already out. What would I have to hide? Oh, God. I do have something in the background. Maybe you would think it was interesting. Hang on. Boom! Oh, by the way, I'm taking it casual today, folks. I'm wearing the sweats. I'm wearing the sweats today. Ah, haven't you heard? We're all zooming. We're all zooming in our sweatpants. My audio is muffled with volumes down? What do you mean? No, my audio is normal. Your audio is muffled. My audio is not muffled. Yours is muffled. James Parmley Jr. What may be happening is that sometimes I have a compressor effect on, but today it's not on because there were other problems. Just turn the volume up. See, I don't want to turn the compressor on because when the compressor is on, look, watch what happens when I turn the compressor on. You ready? You see? Oh, yeah. There you go. Now, this is normal. This is a normal volume. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. Let me turn it up 3 dB. Now it's check. No, see, you don't want that. Now you're deaf. Yeah, now we'll turn it back down. There we go. Oh my god. I know what a compressor does. I know what a compressor does. I'm going to turn the compressor on. I hear enough complaints. And now I hate noise gates. I hate gates. The problem, I hate gates because you can hear the gate cutting in and out. So look, check it out. What I really need to do is I need to tweak. Let's see. I need to tweak the settings. I'm not going to do this on stream, but I need to tweak the, I think, what is it? I really want like an envelope on it where when I'm not talking, it doesn't amplify. But then as soon as I talk, it kicks in. I'm not going to mess with this on stream. Does this sound better? Do you like this better? Have I lost weight? No, I have not lost weight. Thank you, but no. I am very attractive. Not a gate. I'm not doing a flippin' noise gate. No. No. I hate a noise gate. I hate noise gates so much. Here, let's put a noise gate in front of the compressor. Move up. Okay, now the problem is, you hear that? You hear how it drops out? No. Bad. I hate it. I don't like a noise gate because you can hear it drop out. No, it's no good. No, we're not doing that. All right, we're going to leave the compressor on, though. We're going to leave the compressor on. An expander is the opposite of a compressor. Okay. Oh. All right. We're going to leave the compressor on, though, for you guys. But I don't want anybody saying, like, I can hear you breathing. Why do I hear you breathing? Or, like, when you drink, you're... That's what you get. That's what you get because you wanted the volume to be louder. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Sidechain compressor. Sidechain compressor would be used if, like, you wanted to duck the bass when the kick drum kicks, or if a DJ wants to duck the music when he talks. What I really want is a compressor that I don't know. Anyway, welcome to live stream. We're not going to talk about audio anymore, but I am going to leave the compressor on for now, and it'll be a little louder. Mike Bergman says, please knock that breathing off, JB. Stop breathing. I can hear you breathing. Can we add some reverb? I don't think that we have reverb in OBS. I would need to get a third-party reverb plugin for OBS, but I'm not going to do that. Let's talk about let's talk about what are you new to the live stream? Does this seem like the worst live stream that has ever been? Do most live streams that you attend try to entertain and educate, maybe stimulate certain parts of your body? I'm not that live stream, kids. I'm not any of those things, apparently, because I just start the stream and talk about my audio effects. I have to lean away from the mic when I breathe, like Trey's on day, baby. Chocolate rain, baby. That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut. I can't wear sarongs. It's not that I've never done it. But I am nervous about wearing sarongs on stream. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about why, but I want you to think about how a sarong fits around a person's anatomy. A sarong is kind of like imagine a flowery Hawaiian bath towel, but it's not a bath towel. Yeah. Imagine how that fits around a person's anatomy. And now imagine that you've just landed your quadcopter. Quadcopter's sitting on the ground. The GoPro is just sitting looking up at the sky. And you walk over while you're wearing a sarong to pick up your quadcopter. And the camera may see things that no one should see. Okay, not no one. Somebody wants to see them, but not you. And, you know, when it's a GoPro, I can just be like, oh, no, I'm just not going to put that in the video. But if it was a live stream, so I'm just saying sarongs don't have the kind of coverage you want for live streaming. Here's what we got going on, folks. If you're new to live stream, welcome to live stream. I'm very glad to have you. Probably are a bunch of new people on the live stream because I got a load of subscribers. I got a lot of subscribers thanks to the enormous popularity of my DJI FPV drone video. 150,000 views. Let's see how many subscribers I've gotten from it. That's actually a cool thing to do. Hang on, let's go over here. Let's look at where's my DJI video? Let's go to not monetization. Let's go to analytics. 159.6 thousand views. 916 subscribers. Are you kidding me? Oh, whoa. Oh, are you? Wow. Okay. So to all you FPV people who were like, I don't know why you're covering the DJI drone. Shut up. Shut your mouth. These analytics don't lie. That is extraordinary. In case you think I make $600 on all of my videos, no. 916 new subscribers just from that one video. Yikes. So, yeah, welcome to the stream. If you're watching the stream, here's what we're going to do. You're going to ask questions. Hang on, not yet, Discord. You're jumping the gun. You're going to ask some questions over here in the chat. And yeah, I made enough eDoc. I made nearly enough to buy a smart controller, which I'm going to need because the goggles don't do USB out. Oh no. Welcome, Proximity FPV, to your first live stream. Yeah. You guys are going to ask questions, make comments in the chat. I'm going to do my best to answer as many of them as I can. If you want to make sure that I see your question, hit this $, leave a super chat. We got some super chats over here that I am currently ignoring because I'm a bad person. Look at all these super chats. Oh, I'll get them. And over here, these beautiful people are my patrons in the Discord server. How's it going, dudes? And I'll be paying attention to them too. That's right, Ghost Branch. Ghost Branch FPV is going to be doing a very special thing with me and Aaron Ciotti next weekend. This coming Sunday, we're going to be doing Velocidrone Combat. My team versus Ciotti's team. Velocidrone Combat is like a first-person shooter you play, but you're flying a drone. And we arranged that. So that's going to be streaming on Ghost Branch and Ciotti's channel next weekend after the live stream. So that's the deal, guys. Somatic FPV. Skirt. Hold up. Drop that. You never loved me, Mom. That's Kanye. That's Kanye Bardwell. I love it. I freaking love it. We are going to be doing Velocidrone Combat next weekend. This coming Sunday, and if I would love to make up my whole team of people on my Discord server, but I'm going to need at least one ringer. So if you are stupid good at Velocidrone Combat, reach out to me. I would like you to join me on my Discord server so we don't get made to look bad. Yeah, for those of you who think, oh yeah, that's $600 on one video is pretty good. It is pretty good. Please notice that this is 11 times higher than normal. That's views. That's not revenue, but yeah. Still pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. So, all right, let's do it. Let's get some questions. Bubby's here. Hola, Bubby. Bubby FPV. You guys go watch today's Rotor Riot video. Bubby FPV got the best shot of the video. These guys went to some monster trucks. You know, you fly around in monster trucks, you chase the monster trucks jump in the air, yada, yada, yada. Bubby chased a guy on a motorcycle. A guy goes up and does a backflip. Bubby just backflips with him. Just the whole is beautiful. It was probably the shot of the episode. Bubby's on a tear. Ghost Branch says Lexi said she'd join in. Yeah, but Ghost Branch, listen, just between you and me, is she any good? We need a ringer, Ghost Branch. I don't want to just stack the deck with all ringers, but we need one ringer to make sure we don't get embarrassed. Okay. Steele's video tonight was off the chain, says Bobby Bags. You want to see the shot? All right, I'll show you the shot. Hey, I don't care. Rotor Riot, don't copy strike me. I don't think that's going to happen. You want to see this shot? I mean, you should really go watch the episode. No, I just told you that was the best shot of the episode, and now I'm not going to show you the best shot of the episode and ruin the episode by, like, you know, you're going to be like, okay, well, I've seen it. This is the episode. After the live stream, go watch it, or watch it in another window, but don't click away. Please don't click away. There's some good stuff in here. Monster trucks versus FPV drones. I'm not going to put it on the stream. I'm going to let Rotor Riot get the traffic. They deserve it. It was good, though. Mr. Steele. Can we talk about Mr. Steele? He's a good pilot. Wow. I say that because I just got back on Saturday. I went to Asheville, and I watched the entire first cut of the Flow State FPV documentary. Currently, it is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It's 140 minutes, which is long for a movie, but don't worry. That's why it's actually, there's going to be like an edit for sitting down in the theater, and it'll be like a 90 or 110 minute edit or something. And then there's going to be an edit for Netflix, which is going to be like 3 45-minute episodes. And so the 220-minute cut is the Netflix edit. But there's a lot of FPV footage in it, and surprise, surprise, Mr. Steele's pretty freaking good. Every time it cut to him, I was like, damn, this guy's good. This guy's gonna be okay. You know who else is good? I actually was super impressed with Aaron Ciotti's flying. Ciotti is starting to get some of that, like, Mr. Steele throttle control. Maybe it's because he flies lightweight quads. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not on Netflix yet, Barnes 1980. The film is currently, so we watched the whole edit. We had a little discussion about maybe we should shuffle this chapter here or that chapter there, maybe shuffle a couple things around. But for the most part, it's like the edit is locked for the most part. And then we have to do things like color and sound and titles and credits and all those things. But it's like surprisingly close to a finished film. The name of the film is the Flow State, the FPV drone documentary. And there's a website, flowstatedocumentary.com. You can check it out. You can check a trailer out there. I'm super psyched. There were actually some moments where I got feels. So I'm really looking forward to being able to show you guys this. One of the things we're planning on doing once the film is ready to like show to an audience is like rent a theater in Asheville maybe or Atlanta and do a private showing for the FPV community to kind of get feedback on it. And so I'm sure that a lot of people will be psyched about that. How long have we been working on the film? Since approximately January of last year. I think the very first, because it was January or February, one of the first shoots we did was the shoot at the protest, which was in February. Yeah. I would love to show you guys, I can't. I would love to show you guys some of the chapters because I'm like so excited about them. But I can't. James said that he would literally murder me if I leaked any of the footage. So no. Will the DJI drone be in the movie? No, no, Ron Legend. All right, let's. I'll stop talking about me. Now, we got some super chats. We got some Discords, questions, other questions. McLean Mert is still having trouble getting his XM Plus to work. The one that came with the Beta FPV Twig works. It bound to the X-Lite. You've put 210 on the X-Lite and it still won't work. The only thing I can guess, Mac, is that you tried. If it won't bind with 210, then it would be. You would have to try to bind it. You would have to try to update the. Maybe did you try to bind it before you updated the X-Lite to 210? Maybe it had the older firmware on it. I don't know, man. It's super frustrating trying to get the FreeSky firmware situation sorted out. Beatbox716 in the Discord needs some help finding the wiring diagram for the flight controller ESC stack that comes in the T-Motor Tron 80. The board is T-Motor F4 HD AIO 13 amp BLS. Oh man. Well, I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is just search for those. Is it definitely a T-Motor? Like, is it some weird T-Motor flight controller that only comes in that one T-Motor Tron 80? Tron 80 whoop. Oh. Is it really a T-Motor flight controller? Or is it... Where do they talk about the flight controller? Tron 80 whoop. Motor. That's not helpful. It seems, I mean, if anybody in the chat knows more, please speak up. It seems like maybe this is a new Tiny Whoop flight controller that is only in this one and doesn't have separate documentation. Does anybody else know more about this flight controller? Like where you can find information about just this flight controller? Like a pinout diagram? Let's see if we can throw it to the chat and if the chat can help. I don't know about that. Bride and Medeiros, thank you for this great question. How many batteries should a guy buy starting out? I only have 4 for now. Bryden, the more batteries you buy, the longer you'll be able to fly without stopping. In theory, you could have batteries on the charger and be cycling batteries. At a 1C charge rate, which is the safe charge rate to use, maybe you could go to a 2C charge rate, perhaps. At a 1C charge rate, battery will take about an hour to charge. At a 2C charge rate, the battery will take about 30 minutes to charge. So let's say you've got a charger and you could charge 2 batteries at a time. Well, you fly 1 battery, that's 3 minutes, you put it on the charger. Now, a minimum a half hour till it's charged again. You fly the next battery, that's another 3 minutes. Now, a minimum half hour. So you can see how you could sort of do the math on how much you can fly. Obviously, budget is a concern. But I feel like Nick Sebring says 10 batteries minimum. I feel like it would be hard to buy too many batteries, as long as, like, if you buy like some oddball quad, like a 2.5-inch quad that takes a 650 milliamp hour 4S. Maybe don't buy 20 batteries for that thing, just because. Like, let's say your next quad is a 5-inch and you love it, and then you don't fly the 2.5-inch anymore. Well, now you spend a lot of money on batteries you're just not using. I have so many oddball batteries over there that I haven't flown. Like, I got the battery just for this one weirdo quad that I was going to review, and then, like, I've never needed that battery again. But, like, if you're talking about a 5-inch and you've got a 1100 milliamp hour 6S or a 1500 milliamp hour 4S. You buy 20 of those if you have the budget. You're going to use them. They're not going to go bad. So, Quad Doc wants to know, batteries have a lifespan though, right? After a year, they're not great batteries anymore. Batteries kept at storage voltage can be kept at storage voltage basically forever. So you will, as you use them, you will wear them out. If you leave them charged up and don't put them at storage voltage for an extended period of time, they will get worn out. But I have batteries, yeah, no, they're not going to go bad as long as they're left at storage. I think 5 or 10 packs is a great place to be. If you bring 10 packs to the flight line, you will not fly all those packs before you're done for the day. I know that sounds weird. You're like, 10 packs? What are you talking about? I'm just saying. What my experience going to fly, on a weekend, like if you go to a race and you know there's going to be a certain number of heats, or if you are just like hardcore, you're just pack after pack after pack after pack, fine, you may be the exception. But like you show up, hey everybody, you set your table up, right? You put your stuff all out on the table, you get ready, get your goggles, you watch that guy fly, oh, he's doing a great trick. 20 minutes after you arrive, okay, I'm gonna fly. You fly a pack, right? Oh, that was a good pack, yeah. Oh, what are you doing? You watch somebody else fly? You could be there for 3 hours and fly 10 packs. Maybe, I'm not saying that, like, some people are like, no, I don't do it that way. Well, 10 packs is a good place to be. The other thing is that you're going to tire yourself out. That's right. Mad Max FPV says 6 packs is exhausting. A lot of the time you're just going to need a break after 5 packs. You're just going to be a little mentally exhausted. That's, again, not everybody will have that experience, but many people do. Absolutely right, Bubby. Bubby says, if you fly by yourself, you'll burn through packs faster. Totally true. If you fly by yourself, like when I'm trying to do a flight edit to a song, I start the song, I go fly, I finish the song, or I finish the pack, I land, I want to get another pack on there as soon as possible. I want to try. And I'll just rip through 5, 8, 10 packs until I crash my quad and break it and I can't fly anymore. 10 packs is a good number. If you're a racer, you might want 20, 30, 40 packs or the ability to charge them and cycle them rapidly. The other thing is that, great point, Kimbo. Kimbo says 5 packs per spot's good for me. That's the other thing. Sometimes, and this is a personal problem with me, I'll go to a spot, I'll fly a few packs, I'll fly 5 or 6 packs, and I'll kind of be bored with the spot. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to get out of here. Maybe I just don't want to fly any more packs at this spot. Other times I'll go to a spot and I'll be like, no, I can't leave. I have to get this spot. This spot's too good. Yeah. Anyway, whatever you can afford. But as long as they're packs that are going to be in general use and not some super specialized pack for a weirdo quadcopter you're not going to fly ever again, you're not going to buy too many. The other thing is, don't buy 20 packs and then find out that they're crappy. Like, definitely make sure, maybe buy 4 or 5, be convinced that they're good, and then buy a few more. Anyway. Good question. Quadenstein, I'm not deleting your messages. I don't know why they're being deleted. Maybe they're being auto-moderated. All right. Mr. Stubbs 12 says, what's a better receiver than the XM Plus? The one I'm trying to bind won't work. Mr. Stubbs, the RXSR is my go-to for FreeSky receivers. If you have an access receiver, if you have an access radio, you could get the Archer RS is a good one. It comes with the access firmware already on it. Alenin Sergey wants to know the camera angle I recommend. I don't recommend a camera angle. I personally fly about 30 to 35 degrees. That's just where I like to be. Other pilots, like Cricket, flies closer to 15 degrees. He has a lower up tilt style. Stingy flies closer to 45 degrees, or at least he used to back when I used to fly with him. Every pilot's in a different place. I think for a beginner, a lower up tilt is desirable, but the exact amount of up tilt just changes so much about your flight style. Metal Dirt Skin says, my policy is buy 2 of a battery you've never tried before. That is not bad. That's not bad advice. Even if there's a battery that people are saying, oh, this is a great battery, there are batches. So you could have a battery that's a great batch, and then like the next batch of that exact same battery is bad. You just don't know. Starjumper says, pour one out for Stingy. Stingy's not on. He's not posting to YouTube anymore. He's doing good though. If he wants to share the details of his life, he'll come back and share the details of his life. I will say, I've been in contact with him here and there, and he's doing good. He's doing very well. He's just not posted on YouTube at this moment. So we miss Stingy, but don't feel bad for him. He's doing good. AKA Crypt wants to know, can you get telemetry working without the RxSR F-port firmware? Yeah, absolutely. SmartPort works. SmartPort works. Yeah. He said you ran the uninverted SmartPort straight to the UART and still nothing. AKA Crypt, if you run the uninverted SmartPort to the UART, you also have to go into the CLI. And I think the option is set TLM_inverted equals on. If you don't do that, then it won't expect the uninverted SmartPort. Let me get some super chats out of the way. Flying in Braille FPV, thank you for a $5 super chat. When you start streaming, would you say my favorite phrase of yours? Ripping balls. Yes. Okay. Flying in Braille, thanks for $5, I will say. Ripping balls! Stingy's doing good, Mike Bergman. He's all right. Don't worry. Just making YouTube content's not where his focus is right now. Pilot Extreme, thank you for $2 Canadian. When will the V2 goggles actually be released? Haha, they're out. I assume you're joking. Wow. Okay. Good to know. People in the Discord are Blenty. It's Blenty, my co-host for the news, which is tomorrow at 6 p.m. We do an FPV news live stream. Blenty lives in Denver. Somebody's pointing out that he's about to get some snow. All I see is warm and humid. That's all I see. That's why I like to live in the South. There's a lot you could complain about living in the South, but the winter is not one of them. James Hargis wants the Discord link. James, unfortunately, the Discord link is one of the few things that I reserve for my patrons only. If you want to join the Discord, join my Patreon. Patreon is a website where you can basically subscribe to me for a couple bucks a month or more if you feel like I earned it, however much you feel like I earned. You can join my Patreon. There's a link down there, and one of the benefits is being able to join my Discord server. SKSB, that is incorrect. Unfortunately, I have to correct you there. No offense, but they're talking about the inverted. SKSB says telemetry inverted only matters if there's a controllable inverter on that port. That is incorrect. I'm pretty sure. Telemetry inverted tells the flight controller that the incoming signal is inverted. So if you use the uninverted SmartPort pad on the RxSR, you need to go into the CLI and type set TLM inverted equals on. Because you're telling the flight controller that the incoming signal is the opposite of what it expects it to be. It's super stupid and weird how they've set it up. Yeah, it doesn't control whether the inverter is on the UART. It tells, yeah, anyway, it's dumb. Alex Barker, thank you for a $5 super chat. Thanks for the help on Facebook this week. What's a good way to tell if 1S batteries are on their way out? Excessive voltage sag. If it's at 4.35 volts and then the minute you take off it's down at 3.7 volts, it's probably on the way out. What program do you use for editing? Asks Irimi 2007. Thank you for a $5 super chat. What program do you use for video editing? PC or Mac? I have a Windows PC. I use Adobe Premiere. I hate Adobe Premiere because it is a buggy mess. But it is what everyone uses, and it's what I use too, for that reason. Original Dobo, thanks for a $15 super chat. The super chat is Bardwell's Secret Garden. I don't really know what that means, but... Blythe in FPV, thanks for a $5 super chat. Any reason why I get poor range with the Xylo frame and Crossfire? I have the TPU mount for the frame. It's probably the receiver, but I want to double check. Blythe, the first thing I tell everyone to check when they have bad range with Crossfire is make sure you are on the correct band. If you're in the USA, you need to be using 915 megahertz. If you are in the Europe, you need to be using 868 megahertz. And if you're on the wrong band, you'll get fail-safes and poor range. The next thing to check is whether your antenna is damaged. Those are the directions I would give you. It's not that I use Premiere just because everyone uses it. It's that, like, my editor uses Premiere. It's like if I have a collaborative project, like I'm going to send some footage to Rotor Riot's editor. Everybody uses Premiere. It's just what they all use. So the ability to collaborate, if I'm working in Resolve, I don't know how I'm going to collaborate with somebody else who's working in Premiere. I know there's supposed to be like some XML format you can export to. I'm very suspicious. The freaking learning curve is also going to be crazy. There's no doubt. I downloaded Resolve once, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. The learning curve. All my keyboard keystrokes were not working. I was just like, forget it. I'm going back to Premiere. Alex H. Stone, thanks for a $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the pusher-style Cinewhoops being released versus something like the Rocket Light or the Beetle? That's a tough one. We know that pusher-style props can be a little more efficient than props on top. I wouldn't say... I don't think I have enough experience trying the pushers to judge whether they're better. However... I would just go look at the guy who practically invented Cinewhoops. Maybe he did, in fact, invent Cinewhoops. Has Andy Shen made any pusher Cinewhoops yet? No? Alrighty then. Yeah, no. So he's got the Squirt V2, and he's got the Geyser, and he's got the Nutmeg. All of these guys are standard Cinewhoops. Andy, no one could ever accuse Andy of, like, not experimenting. It feels to me like if pushers had a definitive advantage, Andy would have already tested them and would already be using them. It doesn't mean that there's, like, no advantage or no difference, but, like, if you want me to just come down on a side, I would say... if it was really a big difference, Andy would be doing it. That's how I'm going to get around the fact that I don't personally have a lot of experience with him. I'm just going to try and come up with an opinion. What is it? Bannister Post, what do you mean 12 handles on either side of the clip? What does that even mean? I know it exports the transforms and retimes, but what about the effects? It can't do the effects. It can't. There's no way. Yoni Musher, thanks for a $5 super chat. I got a lot of music theory homework to do, and this gives me a reason to stay in my room and do it for 2 hours. Music theory. Ugh. I always wanted to be good at music theory. But, no. I never could really get it. What are your thoughts about the FreeSky Tandem X20 X20S? Asks Jim Bubba FPV. Thanks for a $5 super chat, Jim Bubba. Is this not intended for FPV, or is it just too unknown at this point? Well, let's have a look at it. The FreeSky Tandem X20. FreeSky X20 Tandem. And the Ethos 24-channel system. Ethos. What an interesting name. Nope, that's not going to fit on screen. There we go. What is it? Can I see pictures? Yada, 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 yada. Oh, look, it's a freaking book report. Why do they call it the Tandem? This isn't really going to tell us much. I mean, it's a damn good-looking controller. Jesus. It's beautiful. Oh, right. This is the one that doesn't run OpenTX. All right, I don't care. It doesn't run OpenTX. I don't care. I'm not going into somebody's proprietary ecosystem. I don't give a crap how good your controller is. Futaba, Spectrum, FreeSky, Ethos, I don't give a crap how good it is. If it doesn't run OpenTX, I don't care. I don't care. Make it run OpenTX. Then I'll care. OpenTX is what all controllers should run. At least if they want my attention. It has both a 2.4 and a 900 megahertz radio. Yeah, okay. That's cool. I mean, so does the Jumper T18. It looks like a really cool radio. Don't get me wrong. It looks really freaking cool. FreeSky makes a damn good radio. Like, they make good hardware. It's probably going to be a great radio. If you want to fly fixed-wing planes and collective pitch helicopters and not be in the community of FPV and RC enthusiasts, go for it. Looks like a great radio. Looks really premium. But it doesn't run OpenTX. And so I don't care. OpenTX is where I'm at. There you go. It is gigantic, 507RC. Wouldn't the 900 megahertz be R9? Yeah, so I didn't want to just take the opportunity to dig at R9. But yeah, it has 900 megahertz built in. It's R9. R9 is okay. Why? Why am I such a freaking... Why am I, like, feel that way about OpenTX? It's because that's where the community is at. If you want to learn about setting up a controller in the FPV community, you're going to find OpenTX tutorials more than anything else. Any radio you want, Jumper T18, Radio Master T16, FreeSky X-Lite, most FreeSky radios, though not all of these radios run OpenTX. So all of the skills that you learn when you learn about how to set one of the radios up translate over to the other radios. And that means that if you come to me with any OpenTX radio, you come up to me at Rotor Riot Rampage or whatever, and you say, hey, can you help me set up my radio? Yes, I totally can. As long as it runs OpenTX. You bring me a Spectrum or a Futaba, I don't know how to use those. I'm not going to learn a whole nother operating system, all the ins and outs of it. There's not enough time in the day. So OpenTX is where I'm at. Drew does fly Spectrum. I do believe, Scalar Jace, that he does fly Spectrum. Fluoxetine says there's a digital VTX in the FreeSky X20. Yeah, they're claiming some kind of zero latency HD. But it's not a new HD system, is it? Let me look. It's just got an HD screen. No? What has it got? There was some kind, I don't remember. There's some kind of claim in their marketing that it has a zero latency HD digital system. And then I found out more about it and was like, oh no, that's misleading. But I don't remember the ins and outs of the misleading claim. Where's the... I can't find any information about it. Low latency. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could just develop OpenTX for it. Seems like that's a thing. I don't think it has an HD system. Do you think FreeSky is going to make a digital HD system to compete with DJI? Doesn't seem like it. Joseph S. says, Spectrum is so much more intuitive. In ways it is. But, like, the problem with Spectrum is that they have artificial limits. Yeah, this radio has only 5 mixer lines. Why? Well, so we could charge you more for the next radio that has 7 mixer lines. Oh, okay. But they have the same processor in them, don't they? Yeah, yes, they do. Oh. It bugs me. Way back when young Joshua was just thinking about getting into RC flight after years of being out of it, he went and looked at these radios and was like, oh, it's a 6-channel radio, 8-channel radio. And then I found the $60, frickin', which radio was that? I don't even remember the name of the frickin' radio. $60 Chinese, it's not the X9D, it's the Turnigy 9X, the frickin' Turnigy 9X for $60. And it did everything you could want. Had 16 channels and 32 mixer lines and 17 models, and it was $60. And I was like, wait a minute, why is anyone charging me $600 for a radio that can't do all this? And I've never forgotten that. Never forgotten that. Is a Spectrum radio a better radio than a Turnigy 9X? 1,000 times better. In every way. It's better built, it's better supported, the ergonomics are better, but it pisses me off. It pisses me off that this $60 Chinese piece of junk radio has more software capabilities than a $300, $400, $500, $600 fancy schmancy radio. Why? There's no reason for it, and it pisses me off. The Archer RS, McLean, Mert. The Archer RS is the one. It comes with access on it, though. Let's get a couple more super chats out of the way. Scott Abramacek, thanks for $6. I am mounting a Vista unit. What size screws? They're M2 screws. The screw holes through the Vista, the 20 millimeter screw holes through the Vista are M2 in size. I'm not sure what length you would want. It would depend on the thickness of your bottom plate and whether you use spacers. But they're M2. If you want to remove the screws from the Vista and pass through those holes, which I personally don't think you should, those are a weird size. They're like 1.6 millimeter. The actual screws that hold the Vista together are like 1.6, I think. People have talked about drilling them out to M2, and some people have done it, but like, why? Just use the existing 20 millimeter screw holes with M2 screws. Jonathan McWhorter, thank you for a $5 super chat. What's the best band and channel on my Fat Shark Scouts with my Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle? There is no universal best band and channel. Some video transmitters will be more powerful on some channels than other, and some antennas will be more sensitive on some channels than other. But without test equipment to tell you what channels those are, you really can't know. What I always do is I use Race 8. And the reason I use Race 8 is that Wi-Fi stops around Race 6. Excuse me. I have my window open because it's a beautiful, cool night out there, and I wanted to hear the crickets, but it's too cold for the crickets. So I have my window open, though, and there's some... I don't know. Something's getting in. Sorry about that. So I like to use Race 8 because the Race 8 is guaranteed to never get interfered with by Wi-Fi. So that's what I do. Nathan Young, thanks for a $5 super chat. What's your opinion on the Mantis 85? It's a very fast and durable quadcopter from Happy Model, ready to fly, set up. Thanks for all you do for the FPV hobby. Well, it sounds like we know what your opinion is. I certainly would not argue with you. Oh, well, let's go. Oh, yeah. Moving on. Mantis 85. Happy Model usually makes okay builds. Comes with this controller is okay for a ready to fly. You're going to outgrow it pretty quickly, but many people find it acceptable in the beginning. It's not spectacular. Without flying it or seeing it flown, I really couldn't judge whether there's any sort of gotchas. The thing is, Happy Model Mantis 85, $169. Okay. $189 for the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle Ready to Fly kit. I gotta say, this is a spectacular quadcopter. I don't know a lot about the Mantis, but I guarantee you this is a better quadcopter than the Mantis. On the other hand, the controller is not so good. It's not as good, maybe even not as good as that FlySky. Tough. The goggles are decent. I would probably steer you towards a tried and true result like this Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle over the Mantis. That's what I would say. The controller is the weak part of this, but the Freestyle is so good that I would almost forgive the controller. You could buy the Freestyle separately if you really want to. Mobula is a good quad. Happy Model Mobula 6 is very good. Happy Model has some good ones. There's no doubt. Mike Allen FPV, thanks for a $5 super chat. What are your thoughts about Orca's potential for getting a comparable digital HD system out in the near future? I couldn't say, Mike. I think it's an uphill battle. I think if you look at what HD Zero and Fat Shark are doing with SharkBite, it shows just how much work there is in developing a good low latency HD system. DJI has accomplished what they have by throwing enormous amounts of money at designing custom silicon, custom chips to do the heavy lifting. That is not something that almost anyone else has the resources to do. I mean, like Microsoft, Intel, Nvidia, Sony, they could all do it, but they wouldn't because it would be a waste of money for them. So if you look at everyone else in the FPV space, the sheer amount of money required to make the custom silicon to replicate what DJI has done would be untenable. DJI can do it because what they're designing feeds back into a much larger ecosystem, and it means they can be potentially sort of lose money on the FPV market, but make it back on the wider market. So the problem, everybody says, what are the chances that they can beat DJI or match DJI? And I don't know. Like SharkBite has Fat Shark, HD Zero, Divimath, that's the company. Divimath is the company that makes the HD Zero system that SharkBite is based on. What they've done is really impressive, given how many more tens of millions of dollars DJI probably threw at the development of their system. But no one would say that SharkBite is as good as DJI's system. And if you look at what Orca is trying to do, no one knows. Like, Orca has teased that they're developing a digital HD system. No one knows how far along they are. No one knows how long it'll be until it comes out. No one knows how much money they're putting into it or how much they can afford to put into it. But chances are it's not going to be what DJI has put into it, because DJI can subsidize the FPV market by making products, but by the wider drone market. I like the fact that Orca hasn't shown us anything yet. It says to me that they are not in a hurry. When DJI released the FPV Goggle V1, Fat Shark, like that week, was like, oh, hey, we have SharkBite. Who wants to see it? And it felt like they were really afraid that they were going to miss the boat. that everybody was going to buy DJI and no one was going to wait for Fat Shark's system, and they rushed it. And the initial, they called it Bite Frost. The initial system had a lot. It wasn't a great showing for them. It did show that they were out there and they had something in the works. But Orca didn't even flinch. Orca is just doing what they're doing. And to me, that gives some hope, because it means that they might have deep enough pockets to wait until they have something good, as opposed to having to sort of rush something out. But what DJI did with the FPV system is incredibly difficult and incredibly expensive, and anybody who wants to follow them will have a major uphill battle. That's how I see it. Wrong Way FPV, thanks for a $5 super chat. Just want to let you know your car's extended warranty is about to expire. Alex 1017K, thank you for a $5 super chat. What would you say is the most powerful freestyle 5-inch drone out there? Bless you, by the way. Most powerful? Most powerful? That's tough. They're not usually designed for power, are they? Most powerful. I mean, they're usually designed for, like, agility and performance and durability. What is the most powerful 5-inch freestyle? You mean ready to fly? Do you mean self-built? I mean, who knows? Most ready to flies are sort of built for the middle of the road. I don't know. That's a tough one. As far as the self-built goes, I mean, you get the crazy powerful ones, but Steve Olson, thank you for a $20 super chat. Thanks for thanks for all you do. No question, just enjoy the super chat. Thank you, Steve Olson. Very generous. Sealor FPV, thanks for 100 CZK. I'm going to go to sleep and leave this playing in the background. No subliminal messages, okay? All right, we got to leave Sealor a subliminal message. C Young 300, thanks for a $50 super chat. No message, just thanks for all you do. And Craig Chapman, thanks for a $2 super chat. Heli Pilot, getting into FPV. Can I use the Spectrum DX7? Yes, you can. I would recommend the Spectrum 4650 SRXL2 receiver for mini quads, micro quads, whatever. Spectrum DX7. I don't actually know the DX7. I think you probably can, though, right? Will it bind to it? I would think that it would. Whoa, holy crap. Ciati is saying that get your Vistas now. The chip shortage could be for 3 years. How many? I'm going to go buy some Vistas. What the frick? 3-year shortage on chips? Where are you getting that, Ciati? Back that up with some data, okay? Joseph S. says they don't sell the DX7 anymore, but it does support DSMX. That's what you would need. Leo G, thanks for a $5 super chat. DJI FPV full kit or buy the V2 goggles and build your own? I mean, obviously, I'm going to say buy the goggles and build your own. I like racing and freestyle. There are tons of people out there. I know you're not going to believe this. You're going to hate to hear me say this. There are tons of people out there who are buying the DJI FPV drone and loving it. They're just having a blast flying it around in sport mode. I saw somebody review. Listen to this. You're gonna crap your pants. I saw a review of the DJI FPV drone where the person said it was incredibly powerful, incredibly agile and responsive. He said there was no throttle lag at all. It just accelerated instantly. And I thought, it like in sport mode, it accelerated instantly. And I'm like, really? Really? Can I show you something? Hold on. Let me arm my quad and throttle up. Wah! It accelerated instantly. I was like, this guy's coming from a completely different perspective. He loved it. He thought it was amazing. So there's somebody out there for whom it is a great product. But obviously, I'm going to say, if you want to get into FPV, freestyle, and racing, buy the goggles and build your own. Obviously. I think he meant it. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine any product being out of stock for 3 whole years. It's just basically dead at that point. I mean, if DJI wasn't able to... I don't know. I'm going to go buy some more Vistas. Nebula Micro, Caddx Vista, compatible with DJI FPV. So that's the one. Saw, man! I guess I could buy the Nebula Pro. Fine. Oh. In stock. It's in stock. Oh, I gotta log in. Oh man, they're in stock. I don't know. Maybe I should stock up. I don't know. Maybe I should stock up, that's all I'm saying. I have a couple quads. Occasionally people send me quads to review, but I didn't actually agree to review them. They just think if they send them to me, maybe I'll review them. And sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. I have a couple quads people sent me to review that I didn't, that are like that I'm not going to review, but I'm keeping them because they have a Vista or an air unit in them. I might want the Vista or the air unit for another build. Oh man. Oh. Am I willing to sell some of those quads on the wall? Probably not. Those are all quads that I intend to keep and use for various purposes. I could do economy shipping. Just gonna stock up on some of these frickin' things. Oh, why do I not have my credit card number saved in Get FPV? Well, am I logged into the wrong account? Oh, anyway, this is not a good use of the the chat's time. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'll do this after the stream. 507RC, Blunty had a statement from someone at Caddx who said there might be a few months shortage, but not a few years. There definitely is a chip shortage right now. That is true. Hey, Ciati, who is your ringer? Who are you bringing in for Velocidrone Combat next weekend? Who are you bringing in, Ciati? Who's your ringer? I know you got a ringer. They will be sold out by the end of the stream. That is true. Ron Legend FPV in the Discord wants to know, I flew with some other DJI pilots. This weekend in spectator mode. Some quads video came in clear. Some were very digitized. Does the channel matter? No, Ron, the channel doesn't matter. If you had interference from a nearby device, that could matter. The distance obviously would matter. Yeah, it sounds like you just had some of them were getting worse signal than others. I can't wait to the end of the stream to shop, because by the end of the stream, you guys will have bought all of them. You guys will have bought all of them, and then I won't be able to get any. And I can't be out. I need them. Is there word of whether we might get USB-C out on the V1 goggles, asks Nathan T. Well, Nathan, there's no word of whether you're going to get USB-C out on the V2 goggles, so I think no is the answer. Yeah, I think no is the answer on that. Yeah, V2 can only do USB video out if you're using the new drone. Jax FPV, thanks for a $5 super chat. Send me your credit card info. I'll make you rich. No scam. Okay, maybe scam. Siati, the only reason I say that is that I have heard a lot about the chip shortage, but I like if to ramp up new chip supply, like a new fab or something, a new foundry they're calling it. Like they say that takes billions of dollars in like 5 or 6 years or something, but like I'm not sure I would point to any specific product being out for 3 years. Like if DJI lets the Caddx Vista or the Air Unit be gone for 3 years, then the whole thing is just dead. So, what are your thoughts on the iFlight A75? Asks Hudson Finn. The iFlight A85 is pretty decent. iFlight A75. Oh, that's not with DJI. Alright, Bean Time. Bean Time says I'm just doing the toilet paper shortage with Vistas. Yeah. But I'll have those Vistas on the shelf and I'll know I have them if I need them. And I can always sell them if I don't want them. The Alpha A75 HD. Ooh. So here's the thing. What is this new Beta FPV naked? What's the new Beta FPV with the naked Vista? The Beta FPV made a Beta 75X with a naked Caddx Vista. I haven't flown this exact quad, but I know enough people who are building naked Vistas to say that simply removing the heat sinks from the Vista doesn't compromise. Well, it compromises its durability because, you know, if you're not careful, the boards can short out or be damaged. But in terms of heat buildup, you won't get quite the same output power out of it because it'll heat up. But simply taking the heat sinks off it doesn't like fundamentally compromise it. So I think if you want to build something in the 75mm size, if you're looking at the Alpha A75 here, iFlight makes a good product. But I would want a naked 75mm. I would be leaning towards something like the Beta 75X. Now, I don't know if this is a quality build, right? If there's any problems with this specific quad. But I think iFlight should make a naked version of the A75. I would prefer to save that 10 grams. That's what I would say. I would steer away from a 75mm with a Vista in it, and I would prefer something more like a naked Vista in a 75mm. Grilled Cheese FPV, thanks for a $5 super chat. Thanks for all your help in the past. You rock. Thank you so much, Grilled Cheese. Beta FPV build quality. Chris G says, I just got a Beta FPV 85X today. Build quality is decent. Beta FPV build quality is very hit or miss. You've got some of their products that people say, you know, they're really happy with. And other times you'll get a product and there will be issues. And sometimes even from batch to batch, there are issues. In general, I think I'm a fan of Beta FPV and I support them and recommend them. But they definitely they go through phases, or a certain product will just be bad. And then they'll just make a different product and it'll be better. But Lawrence Martin, thanks for a $5 super chat. Thoughts on DJI USA letting people go closing places in California? I don't know what you're talking about, Lawrence. So I guess I don't have thoughts about that. If you tell me more about that, I'll try and formulate a thought. As thanks for your super chat. But I don't know what you're talking about right now. What about the warranty if the Vistas are naked? Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect to get warranty support on a naked Vista. 507RC says DJI laid some people off that work in Cali. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about that. Do they close a shop, a factory? I don't know. I guess I don't have an opinion about that. Why did they close it down? Why did they let people go? Is there like a let's look it up. DJI lays people off in California. 1 day ago. Chinese giant DJI hit by U.S. tensions and staff defections. Chinese drone giant DJI built up such a successful business it drove almost all competitors out of the market. That's true. North American operations have been hit by internal ructions. What the hell is a ruction? I don't know that word. A disturbance or quarrel. Well, someone used their vocabulary of the month calendar. That is a great word. Ructions. With a raft of staff cuts and departures, according to interviews with more than 24 current and former employees. The loss of key managers, some of whom have joined rivals, has compounded problems caused by U.S. government restrictions on Chinese companies and raised the once remote prospect of DJI's dominance being eroded, said 4 of the people, including 2 senior executives who were at the company until late 2020. A third of the region was laid off or resigned last year. Wow, that's interesting. Yes, knowing why they left is as important as knowing that they left. Company laid off remaining R&D staff at its flagship U.S. research center. So is the implication that they're getting rid of U.S. R&D and moving that R&D back to China as like retaliation for some of the moves by the U.S. government against DJI? It made the difficult decision to reflect the company's evolving needs, which is double talk for whatever you want. Interesting. Well, I don't really have an opinion about it. I mean, I can just read the news article, as I just did. Internal power struggles between the U.S. team and its China headquarters. Yeah. Interesting. Anytime you have a company that is that closely tied to the government, there are going to be some potential for drama. Beantime FPV wants to know, do you get money from streams other than donations or super chats? Yeah, Beantime, after the stream is done, I put ad breaks in it, so anybody who watches the replay gets ad breaks. I don't play ad breaks during the live stream, though. Doesn't seem like that's a great idea. So mostly the streams are donations and super chats. However, in general, the amount of super chats I get and the revenue I get from the super chats is more than I would get for a typical video, although it is a 2-hour video, so. All you people out there buying Caddx Vistas, use my affiliate links. I mean, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. But here they are. Just click that link and go do your shopping if you're buying Vistas. I would like to say, like, you don't have to panic buy Vistas. There's no guarantee that they're going to be out of stock. It's all just a rumor. But if you are going to panic buy them, use my affiliate link. Very easy. I guess you should probably use Ciati's since he's the one who started the rumor. Use Ciati's affiliate links. There you go. What size camera does the Apex take? Good question, Loose Prop FPV. I don't know if you guys can tell. You probably can't. Back on the bench behind me there, that is the Mr. Steel Apex that I reviewed. And I am putting a FetTech flight controller in it and a FetTech ESC. Yay! And while I was doing that, I was like, what the hell? Let's put a Vista in it. Yay! Except it's sized for Mr. Steel's camera, which is a mini-sized camera, which I think is 21 millimeters. I'm not sure the dimensions. And so when you try to put a micro camera in it, you need spacers. Oops. Yeah. You need spacers. So it's not a full-size camera. It's a mini camera, which is a weird size that almost nobody uses. So. See, I'm not saying anything. I was trying to give you credit. If you're driving sales, you should be the one. But I understand. I also don't want the responsibility of people panic buying Vistas, because I'm not saying, oh, they're going to be out of stock. And I understand you're just passing on a rumor from somebody you talked to. You didn't mean to start a thing either. So anybody who buys a Vista, it's not because of me or Ciati. What's the chat doing? Is chat getting up your butt, man? Hey, don't get up Ciati's butt. Take it easy, Ciati. It's all right. You're all right. So the Apex takes a mini-sized cam, and you will need an adapter or a shim to convert it to a micro size. Leave Ciati alone! Chris Crocker. Leave Brittany alone. I literally just bought 4 on stream. I did. No, I did. I'm panic buying them. I'm just... If I said, look, I'm panic buying them, that's one thing. But if I said, they're going to be out of stock, you should panic buy them, I would feel like I was abusing my position. All right. Ciati, will see you at 10, man. When should a newbie move to 5-inch, asks Chris Brannon. Chris Brannon, the newbie should start in a simulator. When they get real good in the simulator, they should move straight to 5-inch. That's what I would say. Yeah, none of your business says, I panic bought 2 Vistas because of what you and Blunty said in the news. The difference was that what Blunty brought to the news was a literal email from a Caddx support representative. Now, that's hardly definitive. Support gets things wrong all the time. But at least that was an actual message from someone at Caddx and not just a random rumor. Good point. Gregory Hurst, just make sure you practice landing and disarming in the sim too. Good point. Somebody said, when I play in the sim, every time I crash, I do like 5 push-ups or whatever. So they'd have to exercise. It's cute. Alrighty. People keep saying I need to go see Mr. Steele's latest video. Alright, should I live react to Mr. Steele's latest video? I guess. Like, it's not like it's going to hurt his popularity, right? It's not like, oh, I'm going to take some views from him. Let's do it. We're going to do it. Hang on one second. Where's the frickin' face cam on? Oh, there we go. Look at me being a professional. What you hope DJI FPV can do. I'm going to guess. Does he have music? Is there music? Today I tried listening to music when I fly. Is there music on it? I don't want to get a copy strike. All right, I'll pay attention. Here we go. What you hope DJI FPV can do. Oh, he's going to play the music. I got to mute it. I got to mute it on the stream. Oh, it is muted. Okay, great. Okay, I can't let you guys hear the music because I don't want to get a copy strike. Here we go. You want to hear the music, you got to go watch it on his channel. All right, all right. Doing some flippy floops. Oh, got a little off center there. I'm sure that was on purpose. Up. Where was he going there? Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder what he's doing on purpose and what he does by accident. Like, sorry, this is what it's going to be. We're not going to watch it. I'm just going to dissect it. I'm always looking when I watch freestyle for a pilot making a mistake and bailing out. I don't blame people for that. Everybody does that. The better the bailout looks, the better. But I always like to try to find it. So we go through here. We come up here. Where was he going? Where was he going? Was he aiming for this and missed it? I don't know. What does he do next? Now he pulls out. Like, what was that? I don't know. Makes me, I always wonder, though. Oh, a little floopy floop. Snap. Good. Where are we going? Oh, see? Was that a miss? Was that a miss? Was he trying to get behind? See, I've flown this spot, so I have some ideas what I might be trying to do. Was he trying to get behind those trees, and he missed, and he undershot? So as he pops up here, I think he's trying to hit this gap behind the trees. But then, where's he going? Where's he end up going? Nah, I'm going this way. I don't know. See, just because a pilot doesn't do the thing that I thought I would do, doesn't mean that they missed a move. Doesn't mean they were going for the same move. Okay, you guys can't hear the music. Nice, smooth. Oh, very smooth. That's hard. That's curved. That's curved. To hit that power loop along that curved line, that's way harder than it seems. That's hard. That's really impressive. You do a power loop on a straight line? Okay. A curved line like that? Okay, now I'm dizzy. Yeah. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? Yeah, okay. Great control. Little tap. Where are we going? What are we doing? No, don't know. Okay, back in. I don't... no, there's that. No, was that... See, what was that? Were you trying to drop in and you changed your mind? Does your setup not how you wanted it to be? What were you thinking there? What didn't you like about that? Why'd you pull out? Drop in. Very nice. Very nice. That's hard. Where are we going? Oh, well, we're going back down? What are we doing? Oh, very nice. Little floop. Oh! No, he wanted... Did he want that? Oh, that's hot. Was he going to come up here and go down in there? Oh, that's hot. That's what he's trying to do, isn't it? That's what he's trying to do, isn't it? Go back. He's thinking about it. Yeah. I think he's thinking about... He's wanting that gap. Here we go. He wants that gap. Oh, he wants it. He wants it. Oh, see, he wanted it again, didn't he? He's trying to hit that little gap, and he's either missing it or he's just teasing us. Do you guys see it too? Do you see it? Do you see it? Let me back him up again so he can get his flow back. Do you see? I think he's teasing that. He's either teasing it or he's trying to hit it and he's missing it and he's covering it up. I don't know which. How dare I? How dare I suggest that he would ever miss a line? Oh, there it was. That's the beauty of steel, is you don't know if he's teasing you or if he missed the line and he's just faking you out. Oh, that's hot. That guy's tearing this side up. Oh, he hit a wall. Oh my God, he messed up. I mean, here's the thing. Here's legit thing. I will go back to the video in a second, but I'm going to go full screen for this. He wouldn't have posted. He never. This is my take on it. He never posts practice runs. Never. If he posted this, that was all on purpose. He wouldn't post misses. That's what I think. It was all on purpose. That's my read. Okay, continue. Hot. Oh, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Oh. I've seen him do the wide hole to the wide hole. Yeah, that's what he's working. I don't know. Maybe he did post it. I mean, he had a couple crashes there. Maybe I'm wrong about him never posting anything other than yeah. What are we doing? We're gonna perch? Monk. Okay. Nice. Very nice. What? I'm sorry. What was that? I'm not going to stop, but... Oh, there you go. Thank you. Shut up. Show me what you got. Thank you. What the... What? Shut up! Oh, that was sick. I'll go back and watch that again. There it was. That was a crazy line. There we go. What was that? Like a little yaw spin inverted? What the frick? Shut up. Oh yeah, we'll go under here too for no reason. What? Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Wow. Stupid Dasso, no one's deleting your messages. I don't know what's going on. No one cares. No one's deleting your messages. Whew. Here's what I want to know. Tell me what your thoughts are. You see that line at the end. If it makes you wonder. At the beginning, when it looked like he was missing lines and trying to set that up and not getting it, was he missing it or was he just teasing us? Huh. I don't know. That guy's going to be good someday. If he keeps practicing, keeps flying, he's going to be good. He's going to go places. How many subscribers has he got? 383 subscribers. Mr. Staley. Mr. Staley, you keep it up. Those 383 subscribers are going to be thousands of subscribers someday. If you keep flying like that, you're going to go places, buddy. Slat FPV says, he was missing it. Are you kidding? Or maybe he says, he was missing it? Are you kidding? Don't think that Mr. Steele never misses a line. He's not perfect. Nobody never misses a line. Thank you. T. Simon says he was missing. He flies by the seat of his pants. He isn't always perfect. I agree. It's just a question of whether he would post a session where he had misses in. And I think I've seen it before. Like, again, just because a pilot doesn't do what I thought they were going to do doesn't mean it was a miss. But I think I've seen misses. He covers them up really well. But he's pretty good. That guy's pretty good. Nacho Quad, thanks for a $5 super chat. Yeah, it's a one-pack rip. Thank you. No, Crunked, I don't think he planned it. No. He posts these 1-pack rips. That was a 1-pack. Jesus Christ. No cuts. I think when he does a 1-pack, you know, he does what he does. I'm just saying that there are, like, if you think about pilots like Schizo will do a 1-pack. He'll post a single 1-pack every 6 months because they're never good enough. That's all I'm saying. Hectectica, thanks for a $5 super chat. Advice on making the LED strobe rate a function of speed or motor RPM. That's not something that Betaflight supports. So you would need some kind of third-party controller for that. Wishes and expectations for the next generation of DJI FPV products. Can you make LED strobe? I don't think you can even make LED strobe rate like tied to throttle position, right? I don't know. Wishes and expectations for the next generation of DJI FPV products. It would be fantastic if DJI made a lighter weight single board VTX more suitable for whoops. It would be great if what else? It would be great if they would develop some kind of a racing mode with a constant latency. I don't know if it's possible for them to do that, but yeah. He was showing what the DJI drone can't do. Yeah, that's true. The DJI FPV can't do that. It wouldn't do that. No, sir. No doubt. It's a great rip. It was a great rip. Let's talk about this bag. People are asking about the bag. This is the AU line bag. I got it from Race Day Quads. Gave some of them away in my February new product roundup. I'm still thinking about how to review it and what I want to say about it. It's so hard to judge the build quality of something like this. Like, how are you supposed to know if the stitching is going to rip out in 3 months? Right? Like, if it rips out in a week, then you know you got a problem. I don't know. I will say the quality of the fabric is better than I thought it would be from the pictures, but definitely not on par with something like my Torval bag. Like, it's a kind of a weird synthetic, plasticky, pseudo leather. I can't figure this out, and maybe you guys on the stream can help me understand this, or maybe somebody from AU Line will see this and reach out to me. So, on the inside of the bag, here's all the dividers and stuff. Hang on, I'll just throw them on the floor. The inside of the... Get out of there, you. Get out of there. The bag comes with these. These are not like the regular dividers because they don't have the Velcro on them. So what the F are they? I don't know. And on the inside, it's a little hard to show this on this camera angle. The inside there is like the loose. Stop. It's like loose, and there are these zippers to the side of the bag, and I don't know why. It's not a pocket. It's not a pocket. What am I supposed to do with this? Am I missing something here? It's padding. What is it padding for? What is it padding for? Hard case conversion? I don't know. What's the deal with this? This is the biggest question I have. Because, like, I don't think this is a pocket. You can see the stitching here. I guess you guys may not be able to see it. This is the stitching of the... So, like, this is... And this is where the Velcro goes. And so the fact that this is loose means the Velcro's floppy. Now... Some people are suggesting that this is that these pads will go in here. They don't. No, I thought of that. In drone productions, I thought of that. So I thought, are you supposed to unzip this and you stuff these in to make it kind of hard-sided? They don't fit. They don't fit. I know. Okay, catch up, chat. Catch up, chat. They don't fit. They don't fit. I'm telling you. They don't fit. These are the sides. Watch. So there are two of these, right? They're identical. So presumably that's the sides. They don't fit in there. Do you see that they don't fit? You can't because the camera's not... They don't fit. It won't go in. So what the hell are they for? Kevin's Garage says, I have them. Yes, they do. All right, Kevin's Garage, reach out to me. Help me understand this. Like, that was my thought, was they have to go in here. And what about this one? This is like, is this for the back? But the back isn't zippered. So that's presumably for the back. It fits perfectly. Do they just like, I don't know. Once you put it in the back, though, then... All right. So fold it up. All right. So tell me this. Let's not take the whole chat's time helping me figure out this one issue. If you have this bag and you know what I'm missing, because I'm an idiot, that's fine. I accept it. Reach out to me. Facebook Messenger, email. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay? Ask Goldline. Yeah, I'll get around to that. I'll get around to that. Jesus. So many people are shouting in chat. No, Ghost Branch, I don't think they forgot to put the Velcro on it. There are Velcro dividers. Everybody's so up. They really want to figure out this bag. I thought, Daniel Navarro, I also thought they must go inside the walls for support. It just didn't seem like they fit. It didn't seem like they fit. Okay, people are very excited about the bag. Should we look at the bag some more? Is that what we should do with our live stream time? Let's figure it out. What do we do? You're saying, all right. I have to look at the chat now. So we got this. This is the side, clearly. Is it a square? It really looks like a rectangle. I don't think there's a front or a back or up or a down. Yeah. It doesn't fit though. It doesn't even. Oh, well, it barely fits, even if you, like, it just fits if you don't put it in the zippered area. Is that what I need to do? Hang on. I mean, if I really cram it in there, will it go? Oh, I'll be damned. Would you look at that? It's defying physics, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Thank you. There we go. All right. Okay. My first instinct that they were for the sides turns out to have been right. Just need to slam it in there. It is in. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Oh, we got a video here. A-line bag assembly. Thank you, Nickel FD. All right, we did it, guys. We did it, guys. Thank you. I gotta save this video before I can finish looking at it. Okay. Nick Marino, thanks for a $5 super chat. Let me do the world a favor and bribe you to put the bag down. Okay. Good point. So I'll be reviewing that bag soon. I also want to review the Pyrodrone bag, but the Pyrodrone bag is not going to be ready for like another month, so I'm going to wait for that. This is the quality content I come here for. Thank you, Sick Happens 86. Let's just have a look here at our analytics. What did the analytics do? Oh, no, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're staying up. People wanted to see the bag. They were really into the bag. Go figure. Okay. What are we doing? We watched the Mr. Steele video. No, we played with the bag for a while. Aerospace Inc. 53, thanks for a $10 super chat. Thanks for your help in the Discord. Still trying to diagnose the flashing screen issue with the Rush Solo. The lights and buttons don't do what the manual says they're supposed to do. Aerospace Inc., if you've got a VTX hooked up to smart audio, then the button will usually be disabled. So first go into the ports tab in your flight controller, turn off smart audio in the ports tab, then see if your problem goes away. That'll tell you something. Scowler J says, I bet when you review the bag, you'll just be like, and this piece simply goes in here. Yeah. No, if I had problems with it, I'm going to point it out for sure. For sure. Thank you, Kevin's Garage, for a $5 super chat. Many things in this world are a tight fit at first, but feel good in the end. Glad I could help with the bag. God, I don't know what you could be talking about, Kevin. But okay, I will ask my wife if she agrees with you. Is that tea? This was tea? Tea with a little bit of lemonade, Mio squirt, and some bourbon in it. Ooh, wasn't supposed to tell you about the bourbon. Is the stream still family friendly? Are we still monetized? Okay. Should I buy a Mr. Steel Apex or an iFlight Nazgul 5, says Adam Galwowski. Adam, I couldn't... I find it hard to justify $600 if you build a Mr. Steel Apex by yourself, or $900 if you buy the Ready to Fly from Get FPV. Obviously, if you are, independently wealthy and you just drop $1,000 like it's nobody's business, then it's a very, very good flying quad. There's no doubt that it brings something very special to the table. But for a typical person, the $200 Sedora or Nazgul is going to be pretty freaking good you could literally buy 4 Nazguls for the price of the Mr. Steel Apex Ready to Fly. And I think that most people are going to get more enjoyment and more value out of that. AGT Jack Bauer. Agent Jack Bauer in the chat. Watch out, everybody. Jack Bauer's here. Is it possible to get Express LRS on a Whoop 65mm? Is there an Express LRS build for Betaflight SPI-based receivers? Somebody help me with that. I thought I heard you could do that. Chat, do you know? Discord? Any of the smart people in the Discord, can you put Express LRS on a Betaflight SPI receiver? In about 5 seconds, the chat will catch up. I thought I heard about that. I think maybe you can. It's going to be at 2.4 gigahertz, though, not 900 megahertz. So you would need like a ghost receiver to do that. Ringer 1976 says, I recommend buying the standard Apex with the FetTech flight controller and ESC and use Steel's motors. That's not a bad idea. You don't have to buy the whole Mr. Steel Ready to Fly for $900 or the kit for $600. $600 is actually a fair price for the kit. That's basically retail for all the parts. But you can buy the Apex frame, you can buy the FetTech flight controller and FetTech ESC, and you can buy whatever camera you want. I'm actually not a super big fan of his camera. I like CMOS cameras. That's just me. And you could get something that flies really well. Maybe not exactly like his build, but... What is the best bind and fly 5-inch with a DJI system? Cody Barons asks. Cody, I don't know about best, but I will say, like the iFlight Nazgul, the Gep RC Mark IV, the Diatone Roma, the iFlight Sedora SL5E, These are all very, very good. They're all in about the $200 price range. Oh, sorry, for analog, they're in the $200 price range. For digital, they're in more like the $350 price range, but that's just how much you pay for the digital markup. All of them are very, very good. And it used to be when you bought a ready to fly, you gave up a lot, and it's just not true anymore. They're as good as any hand-built quad, no question. Sync Happens points out that the Nazgul seems to have been upgraded to an F7 board instead of the F4. Yeah, they keep upgrading them. Didn't the Mr. Steel drone burn an ESC in your review? Yes, Toady RZ. I believe they've updated the Mr. Steel build to the FetTech ESC, though. Let's just double check that. I think, yeah, so they've updated the FetTech ESC and the FetTech F7 controller. You guys probably can't read that because it's zoomed out. And the price has come down. $849. It's no longer $900. It's $50 cheaper. So, and it's out of stock. Yeah, so that's nice. I mean, I don't know if my review had anything to do with that. And that's all I'm going to say. Ghost Branch FPV. Hey, everybody. There's a lot of confusion about how to pronounce the name of that company who makes the backpack. AU Line. The actual name of the company is Gold Line. So I'm told AU is the chemical symbol for gold. And so instead of saying AU Line, you should say Gold Line. But the problem is that when you say Gold Line, then no one on Earth would ever guess that you spell it AU Line. Because why would you expect that? So since we're just making up the name of the company anyway, I think we're just going to call it Steve. AU Line is just pronounced Steve. Yeah. Okay, cool. We got that. Yeah, it's just Steve. Thoughts on the CL Racing AIO board? Thank you, Dave Eyrich. The CL Racing AIO board. CL Racing usually makes good stuff. Let's see what CL Racing's got. This is not the right one. Where is it? Whoop AIO. There we go. Everybody's making these Whoop AIO boards, these 25mm boards with ESCs on board. Is that a solder pad for a Crossfire or maybe a Nano? Very interesting. Let's see what we got. Direct solder TBS Nano, direct solder TBS Unify. That's hot. The 1S board from FPV Cycle, the Z's board from FPV Cycle has the same thing. These, I think, are the only two. I guess the TBS one also has direct solder, but it doesn't. Oh, it's a 32-bit, too. It's a BLHeli 32, not BLHeli S. That's very interesting. That's compelling. There's some people gonna... Can I just... Thank you. Get a closer look here. Now, there's some people who are going to buy it just because you can direct solder a Crossfire and a Nano Micro. But I'd love to know more about the pads. Like where's the pinout? Can I see a pinout? I can't, can I? I guess if you're direct soldering the VTX and the receiver, what more do you want? STM32F722. Very nice. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. And it's $55. It's $60. It's $60 freaking dollars. That's pretty hot. That's very compelling. Aerospace Inc. says, thank you for another $10, Aerospace. Disabling smart audio made my VTX act normal. So whatever's happening, your flight controller is freaking it out and making it happen. So that at least hopefully is helpful. Drone Pilot points out in the Discord that Goku has a 745 AIO with a 40 amp ESC, BLH32, and SDA SCL for compass and an iNav target. So now we've got a toothpick flight controller with an iNav target. That's pretty impressive. See you later, Zach Cageley. Out for tonight. See you later, dude. Dave Eilrich, thank you for paying me $5 to bring the Seal Racing AIO to my attention. That looks like a pretty interesting little flight controller. Any update on the Race Day Quad's lawsuit against the FAA? Asks John Solo in the Discord. No update. That is proceeding. I have tentative plans to do an interview with them, talking about their legal strategy. They asked to take some time to kind of put it all together before we did the interview, and I haven't heard back. But as far as I know, they still plan to do some work challenging that. Joseph Sutton says, are there any settings in BL Heli that are a must setup in your freestyle builds? Yep, Joseph. Motor direction. Okay. How about the BL Heli music so I can have my beautiful Mario mushroom power-up sound? Yeah. I've nearly finished my tea, so the live stream must be over. Payson K says in the Discord, do you have any general advice for a 7-inch long-range digital build? Yeah, get GPS working and make sure GPS return to home works. Anytime you're doing long range, you want return to home working because you just never know what's going to happen. Crunked says 48K PWM, 23-degree motor timing, not auto timing. For freestyle, Crunk, 23 timing? Interesting. And thrust linear at 25. I disagree about thrust linear, but I respect your opinion. I like when I flew Ciati's quad with thrust linear enabled, anytime I tapped something, it would freak out, and turning thrust linear off fixed that. I'm not convinced about thrust linear. 48K PWM, I could agree that most of them will benefit from that. Betaflight 4.2 had problems with low throttle instability that were solved by turning down to 28K, but in general, 48K is usually smoother. Here's the Goku all-in-one that was mentioned in the Discord. Oh yeah, we covered this on the new product roundup 1 month. Now this one's $70. It doesn't have the direct solder for the VTX and the Crossfire, but the flip side is, look at all these beautiful ports! Look at all these expansion pads! Can I freaking open the freaking image in a new pad? Can you stop breaking my internet, you freaking website developers? Look at all these ports! I don't know what they are because there's no room to silkscreen them. Oh, I can just look at all the UARTs I can solder to. This is my kind of flight controller here. You look at the CL Racing, and it's like, okay, it does exactly what you want and nothing more. You got your Unify, you got your Crossfire. Get on with your life. What do you want? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But I look at this and I just see all the possibilities. What am I going to solder here? What am I going to solder here? I could solder here. Oh, I could solder all these things. Oh, I got some on the edge. I got some on the inside. It just feels like I like the flexibility. That makes my brain happy. That's pretty cool. All ports open. Yes. I want all the ports open. I'm looking at the old CL Racing. Well, how am I supposed to know that? Show me the new one. CL Racing has 4 full UARTs. It might. It might. H7 Beast. That's also a good one. Anyway. That's an interesting point, Crunked. Crunk says 48K PWM gives you less torque at low throttle, but you get it back with thrust linear. Interesting. Seems like an interesting balance. The Goku has tiny capacitors right near the solder pads. Be careful. I can see that you're right about that. Daniel Navarro, thank you for a $5 super chat. Reversed polarity on my capacitor by accident and it popped. Yep, but it didn't nuke my stack. No. Seems like it would have. Is this normal? Well, did you solder the cap on backwards or did you plug your battery in backwards? If you just soldered the cap on backwards, the cap will pop, but nothing else will be hurt. If you plug the battery in backwards, it's a bit of a toss-up as to whether you may have lucked out. All right, so this is the actual CL Racing board we're talking about. Oh, yeah, I like this one. This is better. Thank you. What was this thing? What's this thing? I hate this thing. This I like. Wait a minute. Wait. Now I can't direct solder the Crossfire and the Unify? Oh, okay. I didn't like that anyway. Oh, look at these solder pads. Yes, mama. Oh, give me them solder pads. I gotta solder some motors on here. I put some motors over here. Put a XT60 here. I said XT60. Shut up. Put an XT60 on it. I don't care. Oh, we even got silkscreen. Hey, Goku. Take a lesson, Goku. You got silkscreen labels. So I can know what the pads are. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Beginners are going to struggle to solder to all these tight pads. SP Racing does the same thing. Dominic Clifton. That's pretty nice. Look at all them pads, baby. What's a good external black box logger, asks John Solo. John Solo, the only external black box logger you should think about is open lager. Not open logger, open lager. Like the beer. Open lager. And the reason is that it can run at like 2 megabits per second or something. It is difficult to find them anywhere to buy, though. $22 for a single one? That's expensive. I guess if you want it, you got to get it. Open lager. $25? Are you for real? I'm sure I didn't pay $25 for it. 21. Okay, I paid 21. I'm sorry. My bad. But that's the only external logger you should consider, because it goes fast enough. Flywoo can do 8 PWM, I2C, more powerful ESCs. Yeah. Okay. Dev 170, the cap was backwards. Okay, you're fine then. You're fine then. It doesn't matter, Gregory Hurst. My address is out there. It doesn't matter. People know where I live. It's not a big deal. I've had events at my house. I've had races at my house. My address is not a secret. Don't worry about it. On my last live stream, I exposed a whole bunch of other people's addresses, so what are you gonna do? Nickel FD. No, Nickel FD, I disagree. Nickel FD, I disagree. I would not recommend getting this logger. This one only does like 50, whatever, 500 kilobaud, whatever it does. It's not fast enough to run at 4K loop time. It's not fast enough. It's okay if all you want is like stick overlay, but open logger is what you need. Yeah. Okay. Guys, we are coming to the end of the stream. I hope that I hope you enjoyed the stream. Aaron Ciotti is going to be streaming at 10. He was here a minute ago. Hopefully he will come back and start posting the link to his stream. In the meantime, I'm going to start wrapping up. I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the news with JB and It's Blenty. Oh, there he is. Micro Monday, Q&A, BQA, Ripsqueak, and Micro Build 3. So he's going to start streaming in just a couple minutes. Siati, I will see you on Sunday at around a little after 3 p.m. When we're going to do some Velocidrone combat. My team versus Siati's team. And we're going to see who can get the best ringer to win the game for them, because we both suck. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of here. Thanks to everybody who left super chats. Thanks to everybody who just showed up and commented. And thank you to the folks in the Discord, as always. Siati says I'm just going to be an announcer because I'm so bad. Yeah. We need somebody to, like, record. We need somebody whose job is just to spectate. And they can record and, like, hop around. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the news. Have a great week, everybody.